Hey, what's going on? Good morning. Let's see here. I need to see if we are streaming. And it looks like we are now on Facebook, and now we are officially connected to YouTube. So, good morning. What's going on? It is good to be with you this morning. I check in just about every weekday morning, unless I've got something like I had an appointment yesterday I had to miss. And this morning, obviously running a few minutes behind, but 8-ish, give or take, weekday mornings, Monday through Friday. The purpose is, my overarching mission as a voiceover coach, because I am a professional working voiceover talent, have been for a very long time, and I'm a high-performance voiceover coach, and my mission is to help you be profitable or more profitable as a voiceover talent, looking holistically at your voiceover career as a business. It's performance, certainly, but there's a lot more to it these days. You've got to be your own engineer. You've got to be your own marketer. You have to learn to be your own agent. So that's what this channel is all about. And yes, drum roll, please. Thank you, Ron. Good morning to you. Thanks, and Dory, and Danny, and Lemuel, and Bruce, Doug, Marilyn, Rob. Hey, guys. Good. Thanks for joining me this morning. One quick announcement before we get into today's topic, and that is Tom Park's audiobook class is in full swing, and it is not too late. It is not too late to join, because all the courses that I do, everything is recorded and available on demand. So you can be there live. You could catch it later and watch it as many times as you want, indefinitely, as frequently as you want, or you can do both. So we do have 2 weeks are in the can, as they say, and available on demand, and still 2 more live classes to go. But man, Tom, first of all, he's such a pro. He is so good at what he does, and he makes a really, really good living as an audiobook narrator. And, when you're going to work with a coach, make sure, if you want to make money as a voiceover talent, make sure they're making money. And he is, in addition to being very talented, and he's a gifted teacher as well. And you can sign up today at audiobookseminar.com. The link is in the description of the YouTube video, but it's audiobookseminar.com. All right. So, yes, thanks for noticing my shirt. This is my staycation shirt. When you would like to be out there someplace, but you really can't. And this week it's staycation, and I'm working while we're here, although there's some really cool stuff going because our granddaughter is visiting with us, and I can't think of anything I'd rather do than spend time, with my grandkids. So, but in my mind, I'm someplace south, but I'm thrilled to be where I'm at right now. But this is just kind of a celebratory shirt. It's summer, it's vacation time, which brings me to the question today that I want to answer, because I get asked this a lot, especially during the high vacation months, peak season, summertime. And that is, do I record voiceovers during my vacation? The short answer is no, I do not. But let me explain a little bit further. When I first got started in voiceover, one of the first things that I thought about is, oh my gosh, I've got to be able to record, when I'm on the road. And I spent time trying to figure out how to do that, and bought one of those little, I forget what they call them. They were marketed as some sort of a portable voiceover studio, and I bought one, which I never actually ever used. There you go. Be careful. You don't go out and buy everything that you think you need, because you may not. But after I bought it and used it, I'm experimented around with it at home, and it just, it didn't help very much at all, in all honesty. And I'm not saying that I didn't try it a few times, because I did, but here's the bottom line for me. And this is, by the way, excuse me, I'm not sharing this because I'm saying this is what you should do. I'm telling you this based on my particular philosophy, the way I like to operate my life. And isn't that really one of the reasons we got into voiceover? Because we wanted to live life more on our terms, to work on our terms, when we want, not when we don't want, with who we want. And so my philosophy is I pretty much keep work and vacation separate. because I think it leads to a healthier, happier life for me. I'm not saying that you should never record when you're on vacation. I know that and there are people who absolutely need to do that, but I made a decision early on that I was going to keep my work life and my personal life as separate as I possibly could. But that's the way I operate. I don't like to you might be surprised to know that when I'm not in my booth, I don't particularly want to think about voiceover. Don't I just I'm not interested. I love what I do. I love what I do, but I love a lot more than this too. This is by no means my identity as a person. Bill DeWeese, the voice actor, Bill DeWeese, the voice talent. I mean, it's what I do, and I enjoy it. And I'm good at what I do. And I'm Bill DeWeese, the voice coach. Yes, that's part of my identity, part of what I do. But my goodness, it's certainly not the most important aspect of my life. So I like to keep things in perspective that way. When I go on vacation, I need to be on vacation, and I need to let things go. And again, people are wired differently, and I'm not saying you should do this, but if you feel, if you feel that way and you think, well, I should be, I need to have that time, but I feel like I should always be available. You don't. You don't have to be. That's your call. It doesn't mean that you may not miss opportunities, and I know I've missed opportunities as a result. Um, but it is what it is. For me, that was the trade-off. I'm happy I'm not happy to miss those opportunities, but I'm willing to miss those opportunities because for me, that's what works best. So to answer the question, do I record voiceovers during vacation? No, I don't. But here's one caveat. There is an exception in which I do. We have a place down in South Carolina on Hilton Head Island, and we rent it out to vacationers. It's almost always booked during the year, but we carve out a few spots for ourselves so that we can use it as well. And when we go there, we tend to stay for a longer period of time. And there have been a couple times, like I was there once for a month, a few weeks. And so when I'm going to be gone like longer than a week, I like to be able to record. And so, but what I do there, because it's a single location. And so I keep stored there at the place, it's a condo, there at the condo, some old couch cushions so that I can pull them out and I can build essentially what some people call a pillow fort, but I'm doing it with couch cushions. It's a couch cushion fort, but it stays there. And I know the space and I know how to get the most out of that. And so that works well for me, excuse me. I have students, I have friends who do record, who have jobs that require, excuse me, like for instance, Rob Ryder, who's actually watching here this morning. He's a very well-known air show announcer. He travels all over the country. And Rob, he sets up while he's gone because he's gone so much that he needs to be doing work. He does lots of audiobook work. And he needs to be available to do that while he's gone. So he has a routine that he sets up while he's in a studio. So, and if you go to if you look at my YouTube channel, I've got, just search Mobile Rig, and you'll see my setup. And, if you, on YouTube, you'll find other people who do remote setups. So not to say you shouldn't have one or that you might not need one. But for me, it's a part of, again, while I'm in kind of vacation, staycation mode, I like the ability to create the work-life balance that I want because it's my choice. And my choice is I don't record voiceovers, generally speaking, while I'm on vacation. I try to stay away from it as much as I can. For those of you, again, who want to be able to do that, and it's good to be able to do that, and some of you, you don't want to turn it off, and that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what energizes you. Then I would do that. If you go, again, search Mobile Rig here in my YouTube channel, and you'll find more information about that. But again, the great thing is it's your choice, and that's what I love so much about voiceovers. So let's see, as you guys are checking in here on the live stream, oh man, lots of folks, lots of comments. Let's see here, Minnesota. Bruce, thank you. He says he missed me yesterday. Well, missed you guys too. And I would have mentioned it on Tuesday's stream, but frankly, I forgot. I just had an appointment and I blanked on it. So sorry about that. Minnesota, yeah. Getting comments on the shirt. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We after on our last trip to Hilton Head when we came back, Vicky bought me a couple shirts, and they had one I wore it yesterday. It had like swordfish on it. They're very it's very vacationy, and I love it. That's what I'm feeling right now. Hey, Anthony in New York, Steve, what's up? David in Louisville. We've got Tim in North Texas and Lemuel in Fort Wayne working on his first audiobook. Lemuel, congrats, man. That's awesome. Good for you. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Somebody is asking, are the Fiverr course that my daughter Mallory taught, are those still available? Yes, they are. And Mallory is just, man, she is having a banner, excuse me, a banner year this year in voiceover, particularly on the Fiverr platform. And if you want to check that out, hold on, let me just double check. Yeah, okay, the URL is MalloryFiverrTraining.com. Mallory, Mallory, MalloryFiverrTraining.com. So again, that course and all the courses that I have are available on demand. Oh, let's see here. Jay, thank you for the compliment on the shirt. Love it. Tim is loving the audiobook class. That's awesome. Oh, let's see here. Randy, what's up in Salisbury? Amanda, Alabama. Joaquin in Mexico City. Michael in Indonesia. Edward in Missouri. Rob says, hooray for pillow forts. Indeed. Dave in Southern California. Tom in Pittsburgh. Okay, so the way this format works, I've got people asking about the questions and such. So what I do, Monday through Thursday, I typically come in with a topic to talk about. Fridays are for questions. So if you've got a question you want to ask, and I'm not always able to get to everything, I do go back and review. I like to see what questions people are asking in the live stream. So feel free to enter those anytime, but you may not hear me answer it on that day. I may carry it over to Friday or at some other point and use it as a topic. But you're always welcome to enter your questions. I try to draw from those, as much as I can. And here's somebody, I'll just answer this here briefly. How do I record when sick? Well, you may not want to record when you're sick. Here's the thing. Whenever you're sick, it's going to change the sound of your voice. And that can be problematic because what if you record a project when you're sick and then they need to do pickups later when you're well? That's going to be a challenge, or vice versa. You've recorded a project and then they want you to do pickups when you're sick. But here's the trick. You may not sound as different than you think. And I work a lot when if I'm not feeling well. Now, if I'm down and out on my bed sick, I'm not going to get up and work. That's not going to happen. But when I'm under the weather or, I think, oh my gosh, my voice sounds terrible. The reality is usually it doesn't sound as bad to other people as it does to you or to me. And with my regular clients, what I will do is I'll record some test audio. I'll send it to them and I'll say, I'm not feeling well today. This is what I sound like. If you're happy with this, I'm happy to record. If not, I'm very happy to do it as soon as I feel and sound a little bit better. 9 times out of 10, they say, you sound fine, record it. So hopefully you find that helpful. Well, guys, all right. Well, hey, thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. I've got some work to do here, and you guys do too. Even if it's marketing, there's always work to be done. Always work to be done in voiceover. So I hope you guys have a great one, a profitable one, a productive one, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning when we have your Q&A.